On November 5, 2019, voters in the Tenmile Rural Fire District will vote on Measure 10170, a proposed local option tax, which, if approved, would provide funds to hire a full-time fire chief paramedic. If passed, the levy would raise $68,000 to $70,000 a year for 5 years to pay for training, administrative costs, and salary. If approved by voters, the permanent tax rate would increase 75 cents per $1,000 assessed value to $2.32 per $1,000 assessed value for 5 years. Val Pedersen is chair of the Tenmile Rural Fire District Board.
Our main reason for going for the option levy is so that when a district resident picks up the phone and calls 911 and has an emergency, someone will be able to respond.
Tenmile Rural Fire District has been operating on a permanent tax rate set in 1985. Frank Tomasini and his family have lived in Olalla for 40 years.
The area has grown significantly since I've been here, and we are seeing more phone calls to the department, and having a guy that's here 24/7 and paid and able to respond on a regular basis, it'll really help our community.
Like the 18 volunteers he trains and oversees, Tenmile Fire Chief Travis Henderson has a full-time job. That means there are times when no one's available to take emergency phone calls at the station. In 2018, the average estimated response time of volunteers was 10 minutes. Having a full-time chief paramedic at the station is projected to reduce response time from the station to an estimated 90 seconds. Richard Chasm has lived in Tenmile since 1958.
Calls to the fire department are up 30% over last year. The Tenmile Volunteer Fire Department is right here in Tenmile. We can see how that money's been spent, and we can see how that money will be spent.
Last year, there were 200 recorded calls. So far in 2019, with 1,400 residents and 800 households, Tenmile Fire is on pace to receive 260 calls.
If this tax levy passes, we would be able to have the resources and someone here that when a call comes through, we know somebody will respond.
If Measure 10170 is approved by voters, the average taxpayer in the Tenmile Rural Fire District would pay $15 a month or 50 cents per day based on a $225,000 home, which is the median home value in the district. If the measure does not pass, the additional tax assessment would not be made, and the position of fire chief would remain a part-time position.